people. Royal High Priestess Pisces in the house, also known as CandyK. Hello, everybody out there. I hope everyone had a blessed and happy Thanksgiving and you had all the good fixings and all the stuff that, put about 5, 10 pounds on you. Okay. I hope everyone had a blessed one. I had one myself, can't complain. It was a busy Thanksgiving. I still, do a lot of things behind the scenes. So I hope everyone was blessed and highly favored and gave thanks. Okay. You almost always have to give thanks. Okay. Because if you don't give thanks to God, okay, for providing that beautiful nourishment you had with your family and your friends, okay, to be here because there's a lot of people that aren't here. So be thankful and grateful for all the blessings and the air that you breathe currently now because there's a lot of people that aren't, unfortunately, are not here. And one of them was my sister. She passed away last year. But so, but I'm, thankful, that, I'm still have my family and friends, and you guys, keep your family and friends close. Well, the ones that you can, because some of them we cannot keep them close, okay? Because some of them are just toxic, just toxic family members. But I hope everyone is blessed. As I stated, y'all, I'm always doing something. I am always doing something. I'm always observing. I'm always looking at things, and I look at different aspects of a lot of things. To try to bring some light on some situations and to try to fix some situations, trying to bring solutions, to bring peace, to bring togetherness, because currently now the United States is in an uproar. And people are arguing and fighting, and they're at each other's throats, and I'm just seeing a lot of things, going on behind the scenes. And I have done a lot throughout my years, and I have done a lot behind the scenes, advocating for women, because I am a trauma victim, myself, homeless women's advocate, one previously myself, but I'm also a prior political candidate, and I'm a humanitarian and a spiritualist. But it's not about any of my what I've done. I try to be the voice for those who are the voiceless, because there's a lot of voiceless people. Even in my situation that I experienced, I found myself being voiceless. And I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. I don't think, one trauma story outweighs another trauma story. They're all traumatic in some form or fashion. Everybody's trauma, a woman's trauma, is different. I mean, there's even male traumas. Yeah, hi, how are you, Delilah? We're talking about how the Black American women's traumas are being suppressed, because I've been following this issue since 2015, when I actually experienced my own trauma. And I want to bring awareness to this because, and I really hate to, bring up discrimination. I really don't, because, I'm not racist. I don't want this to be about race. I want this to be about every woman's trauma story is unique to her own. And it seems like that unless you're famous, your trauma story does not get heard. And there's a lot of these women that I have actually personally encountered myself, that tell me these trauma stories, and as well, even with my trauma story, where I reached out. I reached out to the Health and Human Services. I reached out to the Department of Justice. I reached out to I think the FBI. I reached out to the FDA. I actually spoke with the FDA because it was women related. It was reproductive health related, and it was related to the big pharma industry in female genital mutilation that it is occurring in the United States via doctors. And there's some stories about this that are actually out there, but these stories are more geared to white American women. But although this has actually happened to black American women, but the black American women, when they come out and they speak about their trauma stories in regards to, the same type of situation, white American woman went through, and I'm sorry, I got my doggy. And I don't think it's right. I think all women's stories should be heard. And I might have to put him in his room, y'all. He being bad, okay? But I think all women's stories need to be heard. It doesn't matter, if what color she is, because we are all going through some type of trauma. And I'm seeing out here, and I've seen for several years, like I said, there's one woman, well, this happened to me. Well, this happened to me. Well, your story isn't as bad as my story. Well, that's not the case. Okay. Every woman's story is uniquely different. You cannot downplay somebody else's trauma for your trauma, because your trauma is unique to you, and her trauma is unique to her. And but I'm seeing that there's a lot of trauma victims out there, and a lot of them are Black American. That's exactly why I forget the young ladies' names. There's two of them. They created the platform Black and Missing, because there's thousands of Black women that have gone missing. There's thousands of Black women that are currently homeless. And I actually know this for a fact because, I actually spoke with a Hispanic social worker about a month or so back, and she was telling me, because I was fighting for the homeless Black women, because some of them were being found raped in their tents. Some of them, were being fed drugs. And these women's stories aren't being heard currently now. They are just getting lost in the sauce. So there's a lot of, stories out here concerning Black American women, but it seems like their stories are not credible stories to be heard on the news, or heard in the written about in the media. Actually, my story, it was funny because my story, I'm crying out all across the United States. I'm trying to write and everything else, and it was a lawyer from Canada. She actually reached out to me, and she said, "I heard, I heard your story." Because I put a video out about it, and everything. And she reached out to me from another country, and she wrote an article. And I'm like, you know what, America, here I'm a Black American, citizen, indigenous, okay, indigenous Black American woman, okay, and I have a story, and something happened horrifically to me, and no one did anything. Just like what's her name? Oh, I don't want to butcher your name, and I'm sorry if you see this. I butcher your name. I'm so sorry. Natina Rubin, the one that was shot in the face with from Diddy with the gun, or Jennifer Lopez. Okay, allegedly, we're gonna say, but I believe her. I believe wholeheartedly, and she has been trying to, tell everybody, what happened to her, you know, decades ago. and no one believed her. No one believed her story. It's just everybody just brushed it under the rug. Like, okay, she didn't get shot in the face. Nothing happened to her. We're just going to brush it up under the rug. But if some white American gets killed by, a legal immigrant, oh, that's national news. But when we speak up, something happens to us very traumatic, you know, and other, black American women, all, our stuff is brushed under the rug. And, I'm seeing, and I have seen this trend for a long time. And I'm like, well, are black Americans' trauma stories not credible? Is the United States of America just ignoring black American women's stories? Because they're just as credible as a white American woman's story. Our stories should not be suppressed. Our stories should not be covered up. Our stories should, not be, like something, because they'll do this to you guys. They'll do this. Oh, something's wrong with her. Oh, she's mentally unstable. Oh, she needs psychological help. Well, let me tell you something. They tried that nonsense with me, but they knew I was smarter than the average bear. So they couldn't pull that with me. And they also, they couldn't, everybody tries to nitpick every little thing about a woman coming out about her story. Her trauma. This is her trauma. This is what she faced. This is what she had to heal from. This is what happened to her, and she wants the world to know. She wants to release it. She wants to, tell, because she's actually saving other women. People don't understand, just like white American, their stories can save women. Black American women's stories can save women as well. It's women across the board. This should not be a racial issue. This should be about women in general, the trauma that they faced. And, and I think it's time, that we, put this out there because, I am seeing and, I've heard, a lot of, especially, on social media because I'm all over the place researching. Okay. I'm all over the place. I'm like, okay, what did he say? What she say? What she say? I'm looking at videos. I'm listening to stuff. And, I've been doing this since, I not say 2000. Yeah, 2015. I've been doing this. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to run for U.S. Congress. Because, I wanted to change this narrative because I went through it myself. And, after, crying out, you're making complaints, you're sending emails, you're writing news stations and, telling people and just your trauma has just fell on deaf ears. And I'm like, okay, but you see these other stories where people will, pick and choose. Oh, we're going to tell her story because, oh, she's famous. Oh, we're going to tell her story because she's a white American and the family is devastated. We're going to tell her story. But a black American woman's story, oh, we don't want to hear her story. She may be mentally unstable. Something's not right with her. So, they come up with all of this, craziness when a black American woman speaks up about her trauma. And, and I think it's, and any woman, okay, I don't even care what color she is, okay? If she went through a trauma that can save the lives of another woman, let her speak out. Let her speak up. Because it can save lives. Like my situation, I actually the nurses that were caring for me, they actually told me they was like, one day you need to tell your story because my story involves a woman's reproductive organs, and involves birth control. Because all women take birth control, not knowing that birth control can cost you your life. That birth control can cost you all your female organs. And so, that is very important, for, mothers out there that, have daughters, your nieces, or, whoever it may be, that's a woman. That is very important information, to know. So, and usually when I do encounter, a woman, I tell them, because, they may have that same device that I had. And I actually had got the device out. That was the crazy part. It was defective, and a piece of the device was left inside of me, and doctors didn't see it. Doctors didn't see it after, all tests and all that. It took a lot of digging. So, these are the dangers women are, under. So my story was very important, but they wanted me to keep my mouth shut. Let me tell you, the powers that be wanted me to keep my mouth shut. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that, because these, I'm older, but there's a lot of young girls that are getting this, using birth control products, even all the feminine products, because after what happened to me, I dug deep. I dug deep. I went through the whole pharmaceutical industry, and I found very disturbing stuff. And I said, this is very important. No one was listening. All the government agencies that I went to, no one was listening. And I'm like, okay, so, now all of these stories are coming out about Diddy and all of that. Oh, and then another important thing is, when you're going through surgery, I don't know if you guys are aware of female genital mutilation. Female genital mutilation is usually done in, countries like Africa, foreign countries, other foreign countries. But I know specifically Africa is, where, they do stuff to, a woman's private parts. And they're doing, they're doing it here in the United States, but it's suppressed. They're not saying anything because these are doctors that are doing it. And like I said, but there's stories out there, and they have went after a few doctors, but they're not looking at these doctors that have done it. And for the women, black or white, that have, well, I know they said something about the whites, but if a black woman says something about it, oh, your story's not credible. Oh, no, that can't happen to you. No, that cannot happen to you. Okay. And another thing is the people, some of these companies and corporations that I went to, like Planned Parenthood, that is majority in the black community. Okay, a lot of black American women go to these Planned Parenthoods, for their reproductive health care, and not knowing that those were the same people that, I mean, they were involved in my entire situation. They just shut the door on me. And I'm like, okay, you're in my community, servicing my community, and you do something and you just want to close the door. I said, no, 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 no. And see, I'm one that it might not be today and it might not be tomorrow, but trust and believe I will do something about it, and I will say something about it. So this is what I'm talking about, for, a lot of you black American women out there, speak up, speak out. If something happened to you, okay, don't let them suppress your story. They'll try to suppress our stories, like, what we're saying, it's not credible. Okay. So, unless you're famous, okay, unless you're, and God bless her, because, her story is very relevant. Jaguar writes, and what's her name? Not Tiana Rubin, and there's a lot of other ones. Their stories are very credible, but it's not only in the entertainment industry. There's different aspects of trauma that, in different how does I say business arenas, where women can face traumas, maybe in the workplace, in a hospital, a doctor's office. There's different arenas that, Black American women can go through these traumas. But then, when it comes down to it, you guys, I also, law firms as well. They only want to jump on board, okay, if they see a lot of dollar signs. See, that's another thing because I dealt with that situation. They only want to take cases that, if they're all our famous people are involved, we can get a big paycheck. Oh, we can line our pockets instead of thinking about the victim. Okay, it doesn't matter if that victim is famous or not. That woman, Black American woman, was a victim in a traumatic experience. But these law firms only want the money. Okay, they only want the money if you're famous. Okay, and it's like the Diddy situation and all his victims currently now. There has to be something like that, or it's a class action lawsuit. But if you try to go to individually find a law firm for your traumatic experience, they are going to protect that doctor, especially, if it's, I guess it's a hard case, or I don't know how to explain it. If it's a white American, law firm, they don't want to take your case. So I see that issue too as well. Yeah, I know. I'm speaking the truth, and y'all, I'm not out here, to cause, and I just want to bring awareness because somebody has to say something. Okay, because I said, I'm just tired of all of this nonsense, and I've been seeing this, like I said, since 2015. Even when I was running for U.S. Congress, I was meeting a lot of Black women in Maxine Waters' district, that were homeless. They were going through trauma because people don't understand. And then 95% of Black women I'm saying 95% of the Black population is on Skid Row. And a lot of them are women, homeless women and children. So where do you think the Diddy predators? Where do you go? Where do you think they're going to go look? They're going to go down to Skid Row. Okay, they can take them off the street, brush them up, and do what they will with them. And then there are a lot of them. People don't understand. There's a lot of homeless women that are going through trauma currently now. Being molested, I'm gonna say RAPED. I don't know what YouTube might flag this video, so I'm gonna say RAPED and human. Y'all know what? Okay, on a nightly and daily basis, but nobody's speaking about this. But my story is more important. Well, what about those women currently now on the street? Okay, we have a lot of Black American women that have trauma stories that are not being heard. They are being suppressed. Nobody is saying nothing. Okay, nobody is doing nothing. Just like, I want to repeat that, like that Natalia Rubin that got, shot in the face from Diddy. She's been speaking out for decades. And nobody helped her nobody helped her until Jaguar Wright started coming out about all the Diddy stuff and all the entertainment and all the stuff going on in Hollywood. Her story probably will still be suppressed if it wasn't for Jaguar Wright. A lot of women's Diddy victims' stories probably would be suppressed if it wasn't for Jaguar Wright. And the only reason why Jaguar Wright's information was out there because she's famous. That's the only reason why her story is out there. But if you are not famous, you're a Black American woman, you will not be heard. They will suppress you. Or they will come up with some cockamamie story. Oh, she's not right. Something's mentally unstable about her. Okay. They will try to nitpick every little part of you. And I'm like, that's just not right. That is not fair. That is not right across the board. But let something happen to a white American woman. Oh, okay, let's bring out Amber Alert. Let's shut down the entire world until her problem is fixed. Let's get her get her the top high profile lawyer on her case right now. But a black Amer- let the same situation happen to a black American woman, okay? And nothing. And and it kills me because I just had a thought too. I'm like, okay, so illegal immigrants are just killing white women. Don't y'all think illegal immigrants are killing black women too? But their stories aren't being heard. Come on now. We got an issue. We have a problem in the United States of America, and we need to address this problem because I've seen it for too long. The black American women's trauma experiences are being suppressed. And like I said, I hate to go to the discrimination factor, but it is what it is. Okay, you see what you see, and God sees it as well. Maybe that's why God has me speaking out. Okay? That's why God has me speaking out. I said, because you know what? Because I was, before the Jaguar rights and all that, well, not before, what's her name? Not Tiana Rubin. Not before her, because she was speaking out way before me. But when I had my traumatic situation, you know, and I started, speaking out, and I was calling up to the FDA. I was calling everybody. I'm telling you, I was calling everybody. I said because they had to remove all my female organs, and I was like, oh no, we got a problem now, Captain, because of the big pharma industry, okay, and their toxic birth control products. I said, oh, we got a problem. I said, okay. And then and then I started getting into a lot of these groups of women that were young women, old women, all over the world actually. And I started telling them a little bit about what I was going on and everything. And I have a whole blog too, y'all. I have a whole blog. Okay, I have to put my blog in the description box below after the video. I have a whole blog where I was writing. I was writing as I was going through all kinds of stuff. I was writing because I ended up homeless on the street because I was fighting for my life. Okay, I lost everything because I was in and out of the hospital. I had 8 surgeries. Okay, was in 10 hospitals. But oh no, your story is incredible. Okay, Big Pharma did it. We need to keep your story on the hush hush. We need to keep you quiet. And I actually was threatened. By a particular government agency and someone I knew in the military. That was like, look, if you come out and you speak out, they're going to unalive you. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, they already tried because, I had all kinds of problems, okay? I had a disease that was traveling to my brain. I wasn't supposed to live, y'all. I should be dead right now. And that's what they was banking on. See, they was banking on me to be dead. But there is a God, okay? Because my God saved me. Okay, that's why I'm here to speak out today. And I am here to help other women that are voiceless. Somebody has to say something. Somebody has to stand up and say something. So they tried to keep me suppressed, for a long time. And then, of course, I hate to have to mention this, but they don't know I have a very powerful God. Very, very powerful. He don't play about me, okay? And my ancestors, they don't play about me. But, they want to use their dark forces. They tried to use their dark forces to come against me as well. And that didn't work out well for them, So they did everything in their power to keep me suppressed because they know that once I spoke out, because there's a lot of women that this impacted, even to this day. Even to this day, a lot of these women are using the same products, okay? They're getting from these doctors. The doctors is in bed with the pharmaceutical industry, okay? And that's what and they're pumping these products out to the black community, and it all dates back to Margaret Sanger, who was a eugenicist. Y'all remember that saying? You look up Margaret Sanger, okay? We need to exterminate the black babies. We need to exterminate them. That's how Planned Parenthood came about. And a lot of black American women, that's why they put them all in the minority communities And that's why a lot of Black American women are having problems. And then there's also a trend too, where a lot of Black American women were dying as they were giving birth. So there's a lot of issues that Black American women's traumas aren't being heard; they're being suppressed. Nobody's talking about it. Okay, that's why you please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, we need to get this message out because I'm done. I'm tired. Okay, it is what it is. And like I said, it's supposed to be fairness across the board. We are all women. I don't care if you're white, black, green, brown, or purple. We are all women, and we must all speak up and stand up for one another. Okay? Because, your trauma story can save millions and millions of other women. And I know my story could save millions and millions of women, but they didn't want me to, wanted to get out. See, especially your daughters, because my story impacts a lot of y'all's daughters out there, a lot of y'all nieces out there, y'all daddies, if you're out there listening, your daughters. Okay, my story impacts because y'all, a lot of the women use these birth control products and feminine products. Okay, there's a lot going on behind the scenes with all of that. Okay, they didn't want to get out publicly because that's their money. Okay, that's the big pharma's money. They don't want this information to get out there. So y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe so YouTube won't suppress this video either. Okay, because we got to start speaking out. We got to start telling our stories because I am seeing, I'll tell y'all, this trend that Black Americans, women's trauma stories are being suppressed, and it shouldn't be that way. Okay, we want to save, the next woman, or, from, encountering, a predator, or going through, a trauma like mine, or having, a workplace trauma, putting, whatever that trauma that is very devastating to a woman. Okay, especially female genital mutilation, because I'm gonna tell y'all how that female genital mutilation came to the United States. I'm just gonna keep it real out here, okay? And that's what I usually do. I keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real out here. Female genital mutilation came to the United States because we have foreign doctors from them foreign countries that have come over here and think it's okay to do that to American women. Okay, when you are under the knife, okay, you thinking you getting one procedure done, the next thing you know, you come back for your checkup. They done told you they done did something else to you, and you be like, what? I didn't tell you to do that. Why would you do that? So you got to be careful. You really got to be careful. And then they have their foreign nurse practitioners with them. Okay, so they're over here bringing their cultural, stuff over to the United States. And, we can't have that. We cannot have that. We don't want that. You don't do that. And so, when it's a Black American speaking about this, it upsets the apple cart. They don't want to hear our trauma stories. They don't want us to save each other. But, something that happened to white America. We got to shut down. We got to let everybody know. We got to let everybody know. Okay, we got to put that that white woman on national news. Yes, we do. We have to put her on national news, or unless you're famous like Jaguar Wright. Okay, yeah. Now and then I think a lot of her stuff is more influencers. Okay, I don't think a lot of her stuff would have got out there either because. She did her, she's putting the stuff out there through influencers. It wasn't on CNN. It wasn't on MSNBC. Okay. And then when she was on Pierce Morgan's channel, okay, he gonna backtrack what Jaguar Wright said to him. He gonna backtrack. Okay, they only want the ones on there like Candace Owens that they can control. They don't want the Black American women that are strong and they're firm and they want to speak out and they want to help take down these corrupt criminals and these predators that have, been running amok in the Black community, and nobody is helping us. Nobody is saying anything. They want to keep us suppressed, everything. So, it's just like high time, y'all. Okay. So, I said, you know what? I am going to do a video about this. I really am. Um, y'all, I don't even have my glasses on. I have to put my glasses on. I can't even read. Am I reading? I thought you. Well, first of all, okay, and then see, that's another thing. This is why a lot of people need spiritually healed out here. They really do. I don't have time for the nonsense. I don't have time for the negativity. I don't have time for the derogatory remarks. Okay, because some of us are out here. Seriously, okay, we're on business mode. We're trying to help people. We're trying to make changes. We're trying to be the voice for the voiceless. My private personal life, okay, is my life. Okay, yes, if you want to know, yes, okay, I could get into a whole nother subject about how they changed a lot of these straight men into bisexual, well, not bisexual, transgender men. Okay, the pharmaceuticals industry had a hand into that. Okay, that's why a lot of these men, you don't know which way they going around here. Okay, and they actually have done it, to women as well. It was all a planned plot. Okay, it was all an agenda. Everything that was done was an agenda. Okay, let's the turning men into women, that was a depopulation tactic. Okay, how can we depopulate the world? Okay, we turn men into women. Okay, we can depopulate the world. Okay, turning men and women on women. We can depopulate the world. They won't be having babies. Okay, it's all agenda. And the ones that are trying to have babies, let's start attacking their reproductive health. Okay, let's start attacking their reproductive organs. So you really have to be careful out here of everything that you are doing. Now, I believe now a lot of this stuff is being handled, okay, because we are going to be coming into a new era in the United States of America. I do know that much. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I do know that much, but there is still a lot of demonic stuff going on out here. Like some of the, when people are sending demonic energy your way or demonic words your way, those people are not spiritually healed and they need to seek God. Okay, that's a projection of their own demonic entities and attachments that they still have within them that they need to deal with. Okay, so you don't let those people project that negativity onto you. You keep focusing on doing the right thing for whatever your story may be, or whatever your calling is, your life purpose. You keep focusing on that. Do not allow these evil demonic people to come against you and for you doing what is right out here and what's best for you and your life. But I wanted to talk about this because this is a big issue. And I'm just gonna be honest. Even the turning the men into transgender. Okay, they was putting stuff in the food. They was putting stuff in their and in those, what you call them, them pills. The men be wanting to take and stuff. They was putting stuff in there. Okay, they was doing all kinds of stuff, putting stuff in their medication. Okay, to flip men. Okay, and then they you go to the doctor. Oh, you got this wrong with you. Oh, you need to take this. Well, they know because they're in bed with the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, they need to make that pharmaceutical company billions and billions of dollars. So they're gonna prescribe this for you. Okay, and you thinking the doctor got your back. You thinking your doctor he gonna take care of you. No, he taking care of that pharmaceutical industry because they get kickbacks. They get kickbacks. Okay, they get extra vacations. They get brand new cars. Okay, I had it all in my pharmaceutical research. Okay, and they were all tied to the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Jesuits, secret societies, all of that. They were all all interconnected. And see, this is why they didn't want me to speak out, because they knew I knew. Okay. And, they didn't want me to tell, women this information. But I was connecting with a lot of women on these like birth control. It was a lot of birth control Facebook groups and groups like that. So we were connecting that way. And some of these women died. Some of these women died by birth control problems, some mammogram problems. Okay, the machines, the devices. Yeah, some of these women passed away. We would be talking to them, and then the next thing they know, we know their husband pop up, and she done passed away. Because I remember one lady, I was talking, and the one lady, it was her and her husband. They were doctors, and she passed away because she got the what was called morcellation treatment for her breasts, and she had got stage 4 cancer. And anyway, so after because we were all kind of networking, trying to go back and forth, go after the FDA, the Health and Human Services, the CDC, the NIH, because people were getting diseases, people were dying, women were dying. And so we're, networking. And the next thing I know, first, the pharmaceutical industry sent her husband and said he better cease and desist. And the next thing I know, I think a couple of months, not a year later, she ended up passing away. So he was a doctor left with 6 kids because his wife left. His wife passed away because of it. So this is serious business. And these are like type of stories, they're trying to keep suppressed. My story is just one story. Okay, Jaguar Wright, she has her story. Tatiana Rubin, she has her story. The Allie Carter, she has her story. Every woman has their own story. Okay, and that woman should be able to tell her story, because it can save all women's lives, all of them, all women across the board. Because at the end of the day, we all in this together. Okay, we all in this together. Okay, and even if I want to speak for the men. Hey, man, if it's something happened to you, tell your story. Actually, I did see something on TikTok that happened to this young man, and his story is horrific. They just left him just to die too. And yeah, I can understand that, because they do, and that's another thing I realized too. If you a Black American, okay, if you don't have money, power, and fame, okay, they will leave you to die, okay, throw you away like scraps, like your life do not matter, okay, thinking that you're not going to get out of it, and you're not going to get healed. But see, they didn't know there was a God. God is saving a lot of his children, and a lot of them are Black Americans, okay? A lot of them. He's saving them, okay? He healed them mentally, physically, and spiritually. He healed his children, okay? That a lot of these high profile people left for dead. Thought they wouldn't go make it, but they didn't know there is a God. There is a powerful God who loves his children, and he gonna fight for his children. That's where they, got things misconstrued around here, because God was working behind the scenes, and I'm pretty sure, a lot of them is getting karma right now. Like I know, the big pharma industry is about to go down. Well, it has gone. Well, it's about to go down. No, I think it has gone down. Okay, because a lot of the stuff is changing now, but it really will be changed come 2025. I do know that much. But across the board, I wanted to just say that Black American women's stories are being suppressed, and nobody is saying nothing. And somebody got to say something. People got to speak out. We got to speak out for the voiceless, because there's a lot of women going through a lot of things, and nobody's listening to them. Nobody. And I mean, and too, I'm not gonna, because I'm not racist. Even if you're a white American woman, okay, and you're not rich, or famous or whatever, you got a story. Your story matters too. Okay, I don't care what color you are. You're a woman that went through a trauma. Your story is important because your story can save other women. This is, people aren't looking at it this way. Okay, and your story could save you from being faced with that predator. Okay, that a woman went through a trauma at a particular place, or dealt with a particular individual. Well, if a woman exposes it, then other women will know. Don't go near that place. Don't go to that doctor. Don't do that. Okay, people aren't looking at it in that aspect. Okay, the victims, they're not looking at the victims and the people involved to that caused the trauma. Those are the people that they need to be focused on, the people that caused the trauma. And then the Black American women's story shouldn't be suppressed, and she dang on sure shouldn't be deemed mentally unstable. Because I'm telling y'all, oh, they tried that with me. They tried that with me. Oh, I was putting them. They didn't know what to do with me. They were like, "Oh, we have a different one here." Okay, I was like, "Are you kidding me? I come from the corporate world. I am the daughter of a Vietnam veteran. Are you serious right now?" No. Okay, one guy, he just gave me the whole mental health business plan. He said, "Here, just take the whole business plan." Okay. I said, no, it's not. It's systematic, is what it is. It's systematic. Okay, because they got, they don't want to hear black women, American women's stories. Okay, a lot of them, their information is being suppressed, and nobody's saying anything. But let the white counterparts, something happen to them. Oh boy. Okay, so I really commend the women, because I think they may have been the first ones. I'm not sure, but I really commend the two women that created Black and Missing, because nobody was saying anything about all the black women that have just disappeared. Nobody looking for them. Nobody. Some of them was being found, organs gone, mutilated, all kinds of stuff. Nobody was saying nothing about it. No, nobody. Okay, because the stories were suppressed. Okay, just like now, a lot of these homeless women. Okay, oh, our trauma story, our trauma stories. I'm like, well, you know what? There's a lot of other Black American women currently now that are homeless. Okay, that are probably in the same situation that you went through, but they don't have a voice. Nobody's speaking up about what they're probably getting snatched right now. But nobody's saying anything about that. Oh, that doesn't matter. It's just all about my story. It's all about my story. But what about that woman right now? Okay, dealing with that situation now. May deal with that situation right now. Tonight. Okay, during the day, tomorrow. Okay, she may be dealing with that situation now because she down on her luck. Okay, or something happened to her. Okay, so them are the women I'm speaking out about, because it's high time, because Black American women's stories, it's just they're being suppressed. They're being suppressed, and we need to start speaking out about this. Okay, everybody's story is different. Okay, I just want to be clear about this. Every Black American woman's story is different. Her trauma is different. Okay, one trauma does not supersede another Black woman's trauma. It does not, because everybody experience is different. Okay, just like everybody is made uniquely different in God's image. Okay, every story is uniquely different. One is not more prevalent than the other. One might be more extreme. Yeah, okay, I understand that. I'm not taking that away, but a trauma is a trauma. Period. Bottom line, a trauma is a trauma. Okay, so this is, and when a victim is a victim. And I kind of went along with some of the stuff Ali Carter was saying, because when she said she was contacting agencies and stuff like that, like the ombudsman and all of that, and they did nothing. I was doing contacting patient safety. I even contacted even Social Security Administration because I was like, look, hey, I'm down on my luck here. You know, I can't work. I can't do nothing. I'm in and out of the hospital. I had a broke leg. It was just a hot mess, y'all. I went through, but I'm healed. Thank you, God. But I'm like, well, I need, some Social Security till I get on back on my feet, okay? Because I worked, okay? I worked. I used to work. Okay, had good corporate jobs. They told me they ignored me. They ignored me. Like, you fend for yourself. You figure it out. I'm like, well, didn't I get a stub back in 2008 stating that I done worked so much I would at least get $1,000 a month right now? That was back in 2015, y'all. They ignored me. And then when I went to get the court, they denied me 4 times. I said, but you go into the Social Security Administration, you see Asians, you see Hispanics, you see all these other cultures but Black Americans, okay? I didn't even hardly see white Americans. The white Americans was working behind the desk. But I didn't see no Black, okay? I wasn't, even though I had a 8 years or 10 years, about 8, no, probably 10 years of medical history. No, you can't get it. I'm like, excuse me? I said, y'all done purity lost y'all's everlasting mind out here. So, y'all, I had to get it out the mud myself. Okay? I had to get it out the mud myself. But God. Okay? But God. They don't know. My God is a strong God. My God is a powerful God. Okay? Even the people that knew left me. But God. But God. Okay? So, with that said, y'all, okay, we need to start, we need to do something about it. We got to start our own Black American trauma community. Okay? And we got to start it. So, we got to start our own community. We can start getting our trauma stories out there. Okay? If white America don't want to protect us, we can protect each other. Okay? Or all women, we can protect each other somehow, some way. We can protect each other. And you know what? Y'all men out there, y'all ain't exempt. Y'all are not exempt because y'all got daughters out there. Okay? Because something happened to your daughter, you'll just be flipping. You be just, oh my God, something happened to your daughter or something happened to your mother. Okay? Y'all would just be just flipping out there. This could be prevented if you have the right information to protect your daughter, protect your wife, protect your niece, protect your aunt, whatever, whoever she may be, if the right information is out there, okay, across the board. So, y'all, this is really, really important. So I really hope this message gets out. I don't have that many followers, so I try to do the best I can. I'm on a lot of other social media platforms, though. So I post this to other channels that I have as well. But I'm going to try to get this message out because it's important. It is very important. Black American women's, traumas is being suppressed. And that's not right. They can't do that. Okay? Because we have some very important trauma stories, okay, that can save a lot of lives. Save other women's lives. So, with that said, you guys, stay strong in your faith, okay? And if you're going through something medical now, okay, give it to God. I'm telling you, give it to God. Okay? If you're going through anything medical, trust me, because I was down. When I was going through my situation, I was like, how am I going to live through this? Because, I was always the type, I was always, glowing and flowing and, I had was raised, upper scale, middle class, and I like I said, I worked. I had worked good jobs in the corporate world. I was an accounting professional. So when it came about, I was like, this is insanity. What in the world just happened to my life? How I said I'm gonna get out of this, not knowing God was with me the whole time. Okay, God was like, "Girl, I got your back. Okay, you gonna get through it. You gonna get through it. It's gonna be a rough ride." Okay, and then I think I was like, well, maybe God, taking me through my karmic debt. Okay, because I had some things from my ex-husband. Okay, he has some karma and had attached that karma to me, so I had to get all that released. Okay, that was another thing. You know, I had to release because I went through abuse in my marriage as well. So I had to release all of that and all that energy and all that. So I was like, well, maybe God taking me through my karmic debt to cleanse my mind, body. He wanted to cleanse me from inside and out. Okay. So I was like, well, maybe this way he tried to do it. So, but I just thank God, and y'all need to just thank God and, pray. Okay. God is always there. Okay. Your higher powers is there. Okay. You just got to, pray to him, ask them for help, ask them for guidance. And also, pray, put a prayer over your children because when your children see their mama down like that, boy, they be flipping out. They be like, oh no, because well, if you have a good relationship, with your children, some of these women don't have a good relationship with their children, but some of the women that have a good relationship with their children, they love to, their kids love the ground their mama walk on. So, that's why you have to pray for you and your children to have strength, to see their mother get better, So, just give it to God, y'all. Just give it to God. But, I wanted to come out. I wanted to speak about this. This is a very important topic. I hope a lot of people see this. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to think of anything else that I want to talk about. I usually do spiritual messages, you guys, but I didn't do it yesterday because it's Thanksgiving. But I mix it up. I mix it up between my spiritual messages and then I mix it up with my wisdom and knowledge that I have in my research that I have done. In regards to a lot of things, a lot of personal experience. I know a lot of stuff, y'all. I know a lot of stuff. That's why I was considered a threat to many, because I know a lot of stuff. Because I know a lot of elite things. Okay, I know a lot of stuff about the Hollywood situation. And I am gonna say this about the Hollywood situation for y'all young girls out there. Stay away from y'all need to stay away from that Hollywood Hills. Okay, stay away from that Hollywood Hills. Y'all need to y'all and watch these bars, okay, because they be and watch your drinks and stuff because that's how they be getting you. Okay, y'all just gotta watch it, okay, because it's not safe. So, I know some information, but I'm going to let the ones that have, like the Jaguar rights, I believe everything she's saying. Yes, I do, because you know what? They bold, okay? They bold. I was in California. They bold. Okay, they'll pull up. Okay, you're a pretty woman. They'll pull up right beside you in your car. Okay, hey, you want to come with me? You look at them like, oh, first of all, you like, are you talking to me? You done lost your everlasting mind. I don't know who you is, okay? No, I'm not going. Okay? But then you have the women too. You have the women too because I remember one point in time I went somewhere and I met she was a model, okay? A beautiful model, beautiful. But anyway, I don't know how I ended up meeting her, but me and her, ended up, and the two guys, we ended up going to another party. Next thing I know, okay, I was passed out somewhere, y'all. I said, "Did they? Is she gone? Everybody gone?" I said, "What in the world?" I said, "Oh no." So I don't know if they slipped me something. I don't know what happened. I don't. My hat was gone. I don't know what was happening. I said after that, I said, "Oh, y'all don't have to worry about me. I'm not going nowhere." Okay. Okay, okay, you ain't gonna get me again. Okay, you ever said shame me once, shame me twice, you ain't gonna get me again. No, 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 you're not. So you gotta tread lightly because you don't know what people's agendas are out here. Okay, so you got to be mindful, who so call your friend or your whoever, even these men out here, you got to tread lightly. Okay, even these women, you got to tread lightly because you don't know, people have hidden agendas. Get to know people first. Okay, get to know them very well. Okay, before be doing, going anywhere with them because you don't know what their agendas are these days. Okay, we got a lot of evil people in this world. So, that's why we have to stay prayed up. Okay, keep God on our side to keep them demons away from us. Okay, because God will keep the demons away from you. Okay, I can tell y'all that right now. God will keep the demons away from you. Okay, you just got to manifest what you want. Okay, if you're on the right side. But if you're running with the devil, you ain't get nothing from God. I can tell you that right now. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna stop talking. Okay, this is my video for Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday, happy post Thanksgiving Friday. Stay blessed out there. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, I was quiet for a long time, but now, I'm coming back out and popping. Okay, a lot of people don't want me to come back out and popping. A lot of people, I'm telling y'all, they had my throat chakra blocked, y'all. Okay, because they know she come out, oh, we gonna have problems. Okay, we gonna have problems because that one there, the people are telling you, a lot of people know me. Okay, and I done left a lot of them in the dust. Don't contact me. Do not contact me. Okay, because I done left a lot of them in the dust. Okay, I'm on the new and brighter things. Okay, I got other things that I have going on in my life. Okay, so I released the past, so now I'm able to come back. I'm out here to be the voice for the voiceless, to share my knowledge, to share my wisdom, to share my research, so we can heal. Okay, because we need to heal out here. We can't, God does not want us to live like this. Okay, all this arguing and fighting and bickering and going through this. God don't want us to. We supposed to live a nice, happy, prosperous, fruitful life. Okay, of love, peace, and happiness. That's what God wants us. The kind of life He wants His children to live. And this is not the case right now. Right now, we got all this cockamamie and this stuff going on. Okay, God wants us all to be happy. Okay, for those who are spiritually healed, the ones y'all still rolling with the devil. Okay, Satan got a trick up his sleeve for y'all. I can tell you that right now. Satan has been defeated. Okay, I can tell y'all right now. And y'all life ain't gonna be good for a long, good 20, 30 years. Okay, if some of y'all make it, some of y'all won't even make it. I can tell y'all that right now. Some of y'all won't make it. Okay, I know that for a fact because I know some people that what y'all, I'm gonna put it out there too, because y'all, this one thing I am very truthful and honest, but I try to give people room to do what they need to do. But I will say this: a lot of the stuff that y'all are seeing out there is a bunch of illusions. Okay, a bunch of CGI, a bunch of clones, a bunch of fake nonsense is what y'all seeing right now. Okay. And I told him, I said, look, I'm gonna start telling people. I'm gonna start telling people the truth. They're like, oh God, because it's fake. It's all illusion. Okay, a lot of people are being lied to right now. Okay, a lot of this stuff y'all sitting up here believing by some of these influencers, some of this news media stuff, some of these people y'all looking at. These people ain't even real. Okay. I mean, if you spiritual, you go within, you see what's going on. You know what's going on. Okay, like me, I know what's going on. Okay, but I can't really, speak everything because I can't. Okay, I can't. And no, I'm not under any NDAs or anything like that. I just don't want to mess up with what God's other children are doing. Put it like that. Okay, to defeat these demons. Okay, because these demons was off the chain. Okay, because because I lived in the belly of the beast, and I know what it's like to live in the belly of the beast. That's why God puts in His most powerful warriors, okay, in the belly of the beast, because some people wouldn't be able to take what we had to endure. Okay, so He puts His most powerful, children in the belly of the beast. And I'm still dealing with the belly of the beast. I had a situation yesterday. I said, "Oh, here we go." It's like God brings me stuff, y'all. God brings me stuff to. I'm people's karma. Put it like that. I'm people's karma, and I always told people, "Don't come against me." Okay, don't come against me. I'm people's karma. So I had to shut down some stuff yesterday. Okay, and I know they all like, "Oh, we going to jail." Okay, I know they all going to jail. Okay, because I'm walking karma. I really am. Even when I was going through, my medical stuff, I did accomplish one thing. When I was going through my medical stuff, I went after the head of the FDA, and I never forget her name. Okay, she hiding in the closet somewhere. She needed to be. Her name was Margaret Hamburg. I told them I want her resignation. How you gonna be a woman? Okay, you supposed to be protecting women's reproductive health. You got that high power position. Okay, as the head of the FDA, I think she was a director at the time. And you letting this happen to women? I said you need to resign. Well, guess what? She did resign. She did resign. She sure did. Okay, because I said I want to talk to the director. I want to talk to the head management. Okay, I want to talk to. They were so scared, y'all. They had me on a 3-way conference call because I was like, look, I used to run businesses and corporations. Okay, y'all can't get this past me. Okay, and I used to work for the government. I want to talk to the head people. So they was like, oh. Okay, who was this lady? Y'all done messed with the wrong woman. I said, yeah. So that after that, that's when they started coming after me. Okay, they all started coming, big pharma, all of them, because I was messing with their money, y'all. Okay, that's when you start hitting people's pockets, oh, they want to destroy you. Okay, so yeah, that's what they tried to do. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna shut up. I hope y'all, really comprehended what I said, that there is a lot of Black American women's stories that are being suppressed, and their stories matter, and they need to get their stories out. Okay, we need to heal as a Black American community. We need to come together. We need to start supporting each other. Okay, if one area is not going to support us, we need to support ourselves. Period. We got to stop depending on other people to support us and our traumas and the difficulties we are having in our own communities. We need to start helping each other instead of talking about each other, downgrading one another, being jealous, being envious, and just all this, childish nonsense is what it is. We are grown adults, even though I know some grown adults that act like children. Okay, that's why they need a spiritual healing class. Okay, they need God in their life. But they can be healed because anybody can be transformed. Anybody can go through a transformation. So, we can't count them all out. We might have to do exorcists on some of our people, okay, to get all the demons out. But it is possible. We got to stop depending on other people for Black problems, okay? That's been our problem. And, and do it right, okay? No lying, stealing, cheating, none of that. No talking behind each other's backs and all that other crazy, childish nonsense. Okay? The Black race is a very powerful, strong, race of people. And we need to start acting accordingly. Okay? And stop, having others, think that we're weak. Okay, we can't think for ourselves. We can't do for ourselves. And, all we think about is, running with the Joneses and all that other stuff instead of taking care of our own people. Because at the end of the day, we got kids. We have children. We're supposed to be like our ancestors, setting up the next generation, of Black American children. We supposed to be setting up a foundation for them. We're not supposed to be going against each other, arguing with each other, okay, tearing each other down, okay, fighting with one another. You know, we need to come together, okay, because they are just like we depended on our ancestors to get us to the next step, okay. We got to do the same for the next generations to come. So, you know, we need to really get it together in the black community, okay? And that's why we need, okay, we all got our own stories, okay? But if we come together, we can start healing together, okay? And we can all start helping each other. We shouldn't have to depend on news media. We shouldn't have to depend on the government to help us. We should be able to help each other, okay? Remember, y'all remember, okay, y'all don't remember the Black Wall Street, stuff like that, okay? They had their own communities and stuff, okay? Actually, some of that is already happening. Some of that is already happening. Y'all look out there. Well, I know the information, but some of it is actually out there. There is some black American people, and you know, whether you be an African descendant or you a black American native Indian, okay? There are a lot of black Americans that are out there doing stuff, trying to bring the community together, okay, so we can heal together, because we got to get this right, okay, we got to get this right, okay. This is not about Democrat, this is not about Republican, it is not about any of that. This is not political. This is about the black American race, okay, and this is not about, you know, racism either. Okay, we got to learn to take care of us and ours for the next generations. Okay, y'all. So, with that said, I'm gonna shut up now, y'all. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go. I do gotta go. It's Black Friday. Okay, you know they got the sale going on. So anyway, y'all, stay blessed out there. Okay, stay prayed up. Keep God in your life. Okay, and for those, you know, looking at for any spiritual content, I got a lot of videos. Look on my channel. I got a lot of videos. Okay, I got then I, you know, wrote some ebooks. Okay, and a lot of my stuff is based on my experiences and how I healed myself. Okay, so y'all might want to check them out. Okay, because I'm healed. I'm healed. But well, you know, we all, you know, go through healing, you know, through life. We all can learn stuff. So. But you can get to that point. With that said, you guys have a good one. Have a great weekend. And I will see y'all on the next one. It might be more spiritual on my next video. This was more, you know, business. Okay, y'all take care. Love and light to all. Many blessings.